Will you go see the order of the course?
Not I.
I pray you do.
I have not gained some. I do lack some part of that quick spirit that is in Anthony. Let me not hinder Cassius your desires. I'll leave you.
Brutus, I do observe you now of late. I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love as I wont to have. You bear too stubborn and too strange a hand over your friend that loves you.
Cassius, be not deceived. If I have veiled my look, I turn the trouble of my countenance merely upon myself. Vexed I am of late with passions of some difference, conceptions only proper to myself, which give some soil, perhaps, to my behavior. But let not therefore my good friends be grieved, among which number, Cassius, you be one, nor construe any further my neglect, and that poor Brutus, with himself at war, forgets the shows of love to other men.
Then, Brutus, I have mistook your passion, by means whereof this breast of mine hath buried thoughts of great value, worthy cogitations. Tell me, Brutus, can you see your face?
No, Cassius, for the eye sees not itself but by reflection.
'Tis just, and it is very much lamented, Brutus, that you have no such mirrors as will turn your hidden worthiness into your eye, that you might see your shadow. I have heard where many of the best respect in Rome, except immortal Caesar, speaking of Brutus and groaning underneath this age's yoke, have wished that noble Brutus had his eyes.
Into what dangers would you lead me, Cassius? That you would have me seek into myself for what? For that which is not in me.
Therefore, good Brutus, be prepared to hear. And since you know you cannot see yourself so as well by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that you of yourself which you yet not know of. And be not jealous on me, gentle Brutus, for I a common laughter, and did I used to sail with ordinary oaths, my love, to every new protester. If you know that I do fawn on men and hug them, and after scandal them, or if you know that I profess myself in banqueting to all the rout, then hold me dangerous.
What means this shouting? I do fear the people will choose Caesar for their king.
Aye. You do fear the people will choose Caesar. Then I must think you would not have it so.
I would not, Cassius. Yet I love him well. But wherefore do you hold me here so long? What is it that you would impart to me? If it ought toward the general good, set honor in one eye and death in the other. And I will look on both differently, for let the gods so speed me as I love the name of honor more than I fear death.
I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus, as well as I know you outward favor. Well, honor is the subject of my story. I cannot tell what you and other men think of this life, but for my single self, I had as life not be as lived to be in awe of such a thing as I myself. I was born free as Caesar, and so were you. We both have fed as well, and we both can endure the winter's cold as well as he. For once, upon the raw and gusty day, the troubled Tiber, chafing with her shores, Caesar said to me, "Darst thou, Cassius, now leap in with me into this angry flood and swim to yonder point?" Upon the word, accounted as I was, I plunged in and bade him follow. So indeed he did. The torrent roared, and we did buffet him with lusty sinews, throwing it aside and stemming it with the hearts of controversy. But ere we could arrive at the point proposed, Caesar cried, "Help me, Cassius, or I sink." I, as Aeneas, our great ancestor, dud from the flames at Troy, upon his shoulders the old Anchises bear. So from the waves of Tiber did I the tired seize us. And this man is now become a god? And Cassius is a wretched creature, and must bend his body if Caesar carelessly but not on him. He had a fever when he was in Spain, and when the fit was on him, I did mark how he shake. 'Tis true, this god did shake. His coward lips did from their color fly, and that same eye whose bend doth awe the world do lose his luster. I did hear him groan. Aye, and that tongue of his bade the Romans mark him, and write him his speeches in their books. Alas, it cried, "Give me some drink, Titinius, as a sick girl." You gods, it doth amaze me. A man of such a feeble temper should get to start of the majestic world, and bear the palm alone.
Another general shout! I do believe that these applauses are for some new honors that are helped on Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus, and we petty men walk under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Men at sometimes are masters of their face. Fault, dear Brutus, not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. Brutus and Caesar. What should be in that Caesar? Why should that name be sounded more than yours? Write them together, yours is as fair of a name. Sound them, it doth become the mouth as well. Weigh them, it is as heavy. Conjure with them, Brutus will start a spirit as soon as Caesar. Now, in the names of all the gods at once, upon what meat doth this our Caesar feed, that he is grown so great? AIDS, thou art shamed. Rome, thou hast lost a breed of the noble bloods. What went there by an age since a great flood, that was famed with more than one man? When they say, till now, that talked of Rome, that her wide walks encompassed but one man, Rome is now indeed, and room enough when there is in it but only one man. Oh, you and I have heard our fathers say that there was once a Brutus that would have brooked the eternal devil to keep his statue in Rome as easily as a king.
That you do love me, I am nothing jealous. What you would work me to, I have some aim. How I have thought of this and of these times I shall recount hereafter. For this present I would not, so with love I might entreat you, be any further moved. What you have said, I will consider. What you have to say, I will with patience hear, and find a time both meet to hear and answer such high things. Till then, my noble friend, chew upon this. Brutus had rather be a villager, and to repute himself as a son of Rome under these hard conditions, as this time is likely to lay upon us.
I am glad that my weak words have struck thus much show of fire from Brutus.